Hey, and welcome back to Sketchbook Blues, where I show off old sketchbooks I made as a child and, rethink my life a little bit. Just kind of a cool artsy sketchbook with these holes punched in it, and the front says, "From imagination to destination." And my imagination was a bunch of cool sci-fi people with guns and spaceships, and my destination was being a social outcast. Here's a sci-fi guy called Duo Gun, in case there was any doubt about how many guns he has. Wait! There's another gun there. His name is a lie. Here's a character called Rifle Cat, in case there was any doubt about what type of gun she has. Here's a character called Bioscythe, which I also call Orcs in Space. Yeah, I'm sorry about this one. This is a character named Ghost, and at one time, that thong was was more in there, and I had to change it. And I remember I was like at an event, like watching one of my brothers play in a band concert, and I was drawing this, and I remember seeing my dad looking over like, God, those calves though. Can we focus on those? Those aren't the only bulging muscles on the picture. Oh yeah, I remember this character, Wolf. He's got a giant bazooka, and he's also a werewolf in space. Also, you can't tell by looking at her. Her name is Ghost. It's because she was a ghost. She's supposed to be dead. I don't know. Ghosts in space. This is Psycom, who has this amazing technology of a hovering laptop. So it's like an air top. She's supposed to be a pilot, but like her foot is on her spaceship. Does she drive a go-kart? There's a character named Zarex, also known as Ben rips off Mortal Kombat. Is that Death? And Death has his own spirit back there, and his spirit is always like trailing a few seconds behind him. I don't get the concept. Here's a weird lizard guy, but I think he really needs to see a chiropractor. That spine issue there. It's Hairy Yoshi with a third eye. Here's a bird lady named Rawshock, and I think Rawshock is what you get when you see the size of them boobs. Here's a map of, I guess, the world where they reside. There's only 2 cities, but they have terrible names. Mercurthur and Blasphemia. Ooh, that sounds like a bad sexually transmitted disease. Doc, I've had blasphemia for the past 2 weeks. It's not clearing up. Got blasphemic fluids all over the bathroom floor. Now onto another sketchbook that also has, like, words of wisdom on the cover. It says, "Create. Don't tell me what to do." But, alright. These are, like, rejected cartoon characters that had, like, sort of ironic elements to them. This is Dragoon. It's a dragon who's a coward. I'm not claiming any of these are original. This is Miss Pretty Kitty. She's a vain cat. I don't really get the concept there. This is Grin, a psychotic plant who can't stop laughing or something. This is Cotton and Candy. These are twin rabbits. One of them is like addicted to vegetables, and the other one is addicted to candy, and the candy one is like crazy. Malfunction. It's a robot that doesn't work very well. It's Trigger Tongue. It's a trigger happy toad. Counterfeit. It's a weasel who's a thief. I guess these aren't as ironic as I thought they were. He's got a coin, like, as a monocle? What Gobble is a turkey who loves cooking, but is conflicted about Thanksgiving, for obvious reasons. Winks, it's a sleepy elf, I don't know. And then Dr. Throb, which is a terrifying heart doctor. It's a shark with dentures. Sniffy, literally a sick puppy. Here's some irony. Lucky Duck, he's a duck who is not at all lucky, despite the name. Slowpoke, it's a snail who's really fast. What are you telling me? You telling me that there was a movie called Turbo where they sort of took this concept from me? Yeah, I want some rights, some royalties. Oh, and then the skid mark, it says brakes. Non-toxic. It's a living paste who is toxic. The flurries, which is like 3 pyromaniac snowballs. That one I kind of like. Whiff Wax. It's a candle who thinks she's the most beautiful, elegant thing that smells amazing, but she has no nose and doesn't know that she stinks. The Limburger Basher Brothers. These are 2 rats that are tied at the tail. Here's a much older sketchbook that has not held up very well at all. It starts off with a weird image of a nude man in like cryosleep or something. These machines start to like cut his arm off. They don't give him a sweet, cool robot arm. They give him a little robot stump. I don't know. And here's a battle scene where the biker mice from Mars, which are not characters that I invented, are what looks like just terrorizing humans. This one is being gripped around the crotch. That's his patented weapon. You just get held at the hips, and it's really unpleasant. I thought I'd stretch my artistic skills with a still life from real far away. Here's a comic that ends with somebody being punched in the spine. There's a little dude with a torch who's like, yeah. There's a little comic I made as a very young child called Stinky. This is a stinky guy and a very offensive fat guy. What is it? Number 1. Hey, what is your hobby? Eating food, he says. 3. That's not a hobby. Foodies would disagree. 4. Yeah, it is. He's got his mouth full. This is terrible. I'm so sorry. Number 5. I really can't talk right now. Number 6. Mine is to collect strange animals. And this is one of his strange animals. And I'm one of them. And I hate it. Because he stinks. I'm sure this horrifying earwig fly lizard calamari creature has a pretty acute sense of smell. And that's enough sketchbooks for today. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Sketchbook Blues. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, if you collect strange animals, you gotta make sure that at least 12 of them are edible.